What's up, YouTube? So the Miami Dolphins have just drafted running back Ollie Gordon in the 6th round. The exact pick was 179. I don't mind this pick. I think there were some other players we could have gone with. Still more positions of need. I still think we could have doubled down and gotten another corner. And there were much better guys available than the corner we drafted previously. And I think there were better running backs available, and even of this kind. Ollie Gordon is a power back, 6'1", 226 pounds. Ran a 4.6 140. Not the fastest, not the most burst, not the most agile, not really going to make people miss. More of a power back. And it's kind of troubling because he's kind of two different players if you watch 2023 versus last year. In 2023, he was a physical, mean, angry, physical runner with a great stiff arm. People absolutely bounced off of him when they tried to tackle him. And this year, it's kind of different. He didn't look as physical, didn't look as powerful. The vision kind of took a dip. It's not completely his fault. Quarterback play and offensive line play were considerably worse this year. So they were loading the box, and he wasn't getting as good of blocks. But his individual play also did take a dip. So it is kind of tough. Like last year in 2023, I would have had him as like a 3rd round talent. This year, he's like a 6th round talent. So overall, I kind of put him as like a 5th round grade. I had kind of a hard time. But outside of his running ability, he actually does catch the ball very well. So that is something that's pretty nice. And I think he kind of contrasts the running backs we have. We have a lot of shifty, speedy backs. So having a power back is kind of nice. But for his size and strength, he's actually not that great of a blocker. I would like to see him improve there. Personally, if you were going to go with a power back, I think Devin Neal is still available. Like, I would have gone with that. Like, if you were really dead set on, yeah, Devin Neal's still there. Yeah. That's what I would have went with, even Taj Brooks. But like I said, if you were going to go power back, Devin Neal, I think, makes the most sense. But there were definitely a bunch of corners and stuff still available. Zy Alexander would have been good. Kobe Bryant, Mello Dotson. Mello Dotson actually had a 3rd round grade on Zy Alexander. Kobe Bryant had 4ths. Edge still, you got like Jared Ivey. Yeah, there's definitely some guys that, and offensive line, we could have doubled down there too. Cameron Williams from Texas is still there. I would have been pretty good with him to play tackle and guard, I think, for you. I personally have him as a guard at the next level. Definitely some guys I would have preferred, but the position value, I'm sorry, not position value, but the grade for me does make sense because, like I said, I did kind of average it out to being a 5th round talent, and we drafted him in the early 6th. So that kind of works, but I don't know. Definitely some guys I would have gone with. For me, Mello Dotson or Cameron Williams would have been my pick. But whatever. Zy Alexander also would have been good. Jared Ivey would have been solid. Even Cody Lindenberg or Kobe King at linebacker. Just kind of looking at some of the guys that were available. But anyway, we do have a couple of picks in the 7th, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate that like button. Have any questions or comments in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.